guys. In this video, I will be sharing the reveal for my huge DIY kitchen makeover. I spent about 4 months completely transforming my ugly and outdated kitchen into a whole new space and did so on a budget. I'll be sharing some before and afters as well as clips of some of the hard work I put in along the way. I will be doing a full kitchen tour video very shortly where I will go more in depth about the makeover process and showcasing specific upgrades that I made, so stay tuned for that. Here is a little bit of a before tour of my kitchen. My house was built in the 50s and I believe this kitchen was renovated in the 80s. The cabinets were not wood, they are of vinyl. All the appliances were very old and the floor was a faux brick glued on tile. For painting the cabinets, prep work was super important. We wiped down everything really good with Krud Kutter, getting all the residue off. I know many people choose to just paint the outside surface of the cabinets, but I opted to paint the insides as well. So that took my process extra long, but it was worth it. For most of my painting, I used a small sponge roller as well as some sponge brushes. I ended up doing 3 coats in total of the Gripper primer by Glidden. And between the primer and putting on what the top coat was, I did use my orbital disc sander to sand everything down and give it a nice smooth finish. After doing tons of research, the top coat paint that I chose was Benjamin Moore Advanced. Our previous cabinet hardware was a weird size. I could not find any replacement handles. So what I ended up doing was filling in one of the holes on the cabinets so that there was just one hole left and doing knobs instead. Replacement hardware for cabinets, drawers, and such is super cheap on Amazon. And I did do some sanding between the last coat of primer and the first coat of top coat. Now the walls in my kitchen were in really poor shape. I had tons of cracks, big gouges, tons of stuff that needed fixing. So I had to do a lot of patchwork. One of my favorite tricks for working with painter's tape is to seal the edges really, really well with an old credit card or an old gift card. The color that I ended up going with for the kitchen walls is called Wheat Bread, and it is by Bear. Tearing out this floor was a huge pain. Using a spatula and a hammer, we had to pry it off. For our new floor, we chose to do a plank vinyl flooring. I would say for installation as a first timer, this wasn't particularly easy. If you had a perfectly square room where you didn't need to cut a lot of different shapes, I think this would have been an easier floor to lay down, but cutting around our kitchen cabinets and getting all the sizing correct did prove to be a bit of a challenge. If I was to go back and change something, I would have put some sort of subfloor down before putting the plank vinyl down. The only part of this project that was not technically DIY was our new appliances. We did have someone install those. After the floor was installed, we put all new baseboards around the perimeter and under the cabinets, which I then caulked and painted a bright white. When we had our new wall oven installed, I had our guy actually move the oven down to create a microwave nook so I could get the microwave off the countertop and make a little coffee corner where the microwave previously sat. And here is the final result. I used to hate being in this ugly kitchen, but now it's so much more relaxing and enjoyable to cook in here and just spend time here. Where we did previously have a Lazy Susan that was in very poor condition, we just ripped the entire thing out and I installed 2 hanging pot racks. Make sure you check out my description box because I will have all the products I use linked there, as well as more in-depth information about the process itself. This area of the kitchen is technically supposed to be like a breakfast nook or an eating kitchen, but since this is the area that everyone just kind of comes and goes in out of the house, created just kind of an entryway station. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you checking out my kitchen. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, I'd love to have you. I do videos about home decor, organization, DIY projects, and lifestyle. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!